In this project, for the SoFA Pocket Park Textile-Inspired Murals, it was my job to facilitate the relationship between the community and the artists and our partners in this project. So this was our first time working with the museum, and it was a really fun experience to take these two different artistic mediums, textiles and mural arts, and see our organizations work together to bring those two things together.
I'm Nancy Bavor. I'm the director of the San Jose Museum of Quilts and Textiles, and it was really an honor and a privilege to partner with Local Color on this project. As everyone knows, textiles are soft. You like to touch them, you like to wrap up in them, they're comforting. Hard brick walls with paint on them aren't exactly comforting, so there was kind of a dichotomy between the soft, approachable textiles, the actual object, and then translating that into a flat wall. But I have to say again, the artists were really quite remarkable in how they were able to get textile textures and stitching and colors and just the whole sense of their tradition, whether it was through color, design, just some real subtle techniques that they used to translate those textiles into a flat, hard mural wall.
You know, part of the beautiful thing about this space was that we landed in a block that is full of art. We have the Contemporary Art Museum, we have the Quilt Museum next door, then MACLA, Local Color is nearby, City Arts is next door, and so there is this, opportunity for all of us to work together to do community engagement, especially right now after the COVID.
I think public art is essential to the community because it pumps life into the culture, and without it, there's just no rhythm, and we need rhythm in everything.
So public art is great because it's really a museum without walls. It's accessible, it makes space more beautiful, and it's available for everyone, so public art is great.
I think public art is important to the community because it brings people together. People that are not keen to the art world can enjoy it. People that don't have to go to high-end galleries can see it. It gives people a feeling and representation in their community. It's fun for people to even just walk by and seeing it being done. They can see how it progresses. There's a connection between the viewer while they're watching the process versus just, seeing it on the wall and being like, oh, this is an image. They get to see how some artists work and really feel and get excited about these artworks going up in their communities.
I am extremely grateful for this opportunity to create on this scale in my own hometown. I believe that public art is so necessary because it illustrates the humanity and identity of a place. It expresses the stories of our communities. And as a local artist, I hope that this door to the public arts continues to be held open for other San Jose talent as well.
Yeah, so I see public art as kind of a cultural lens for the community that it's representing, made in, or made for. I've been involved in public art projects throughout San Jose. It's been a lot of fun kind of providing the space for, people who aren't necessarily in a museum space, people who aren't necessarily in an art gallery, to kind of experience art and think about art and just, have their own interpretations and relationships with it. This project is incredibly exciting because it's 8 different artists. It kind of connects all the other partners that are involved through the lens of those people and kind of allows us to sort of showcase a slice of ourselves as individuals, but then comes together as a community in this really cool space that they're working so hard to put together.
So public art, I think it's just a way to another voice without having to be audio, but it's more like a visual voice. It's a great way to beautify a space, and especially when you see like some of these buildings that are getting condemned, and just giving a space for artists to express, and then just giving a chance for those who may not make art, an opportunity to just appreciate and just be surrounded by it.
I think public art is really important in our community. People who live in this area, anywhere actually, you want to feel connected to your place and your environment. And having things represent something about cultures that are represented in San Jose. It gives this kind of connection to a place, and it creates a sense of home and belonging. And when you don't see yourself represented in your city, then you know who actually lives here. So these murals that are being created right now that are connected to textiles and related to these different cultures really gives us a grounding space for the people who actually live here, who are a part of this community.